If content creation in your micro business feels like a chore, or you feel like Lucille Ball in the Chocolate Factory and you just can't keep up, then this video is for you. Welcome, my name is Mira. I'm the Neurospicy crone. I support highly sensitive and neurodiverse women in the third stage of life, living a life that's focused on spirituality, creativity, and fun. And maybe some of the fun that you do is having your own income stream. Congratulations. However, sad as it is, I know several women who have not started their own income stream for one reason. They don't want to post on social media. They don't want to promote themselves on social media. So if that's you, be sure to stick around till the end, and I'm going to give you two very compelling reasons why you don't need to be posting on those major social media channels. So thank you for being here. Please subscribe, share it with a friend. Let's dive in. So before we talk about content creation and choosing channels and promoting yourself out in the world, let's zoom out a little bit and talk about what is a business. Basically, a business, especially a micro business that you're running yourself, is letting people know who you are and the amazing solution that you have for someone's problem. That's called marketing. Then having them say, yeah, I do want you to solve that problem for me. That's sales. And then finally, the part we all like the best is delivering that product or service. So to let people know who we are and what we're doing, we need to find a way to connect with people. There are a lot of ways to do this. You can do this through in-person, either formal or casual networking, just talking to people, asking questions, getting to know them, developing authentic relationships. That's a channel that I enjoy. There is offering workshops. There is referrals. You can have a business entirely based on referrals with other professionals who serve your client with another solution that's compatible with yours. And then there's all the online channels. There's LinkedIn, there's TikTok, there's Substack, there's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's Pinterest, there's so many. In addition to that, there's also podcasts and a YouTube channel. So there's lots of ways to get your message out there. And I want to encourage you, especially if you're an older woman, especially if you're sensitive and or a little spicy, to focus on one, maximum 3 channels. So one of the things that can feel the most overwhelming is when you're like, I have to be on this channel, I have to be on that channel, I have to be here, I have to be there. And it just gets to be too much. It makes your business quickly feel overwhelming. So what I would like to do with you here in this video is to really feel into what are your true channels. So whether you have your own business or you're considering your own business, this is going to be really helpful for you. So if you've got your own channels, think of what those are, maybe jot them down on a piece of paper, or if you're thinking about it, think what channels you'd like to be on. Now, I have heard from far too many people who say, oh, I really should be on Instagram. And I'm like, oh, no, that is not how we want to do it, right? So I enjoy making videos. So I recently pivoted to starting a YouTube channel. Currently, this is a pretty new YouTube channel. I have had another YouTube channel with my kids' yoga business, so I'm familiar with the whole process. I love to edit. I love to speak. So if you like to talk in front of others, then maybe having a workshop or a podcast, or if you like to speak on camera, being on YouTube. So how do you like to show up? What's your preferred mode of expressing yourself? If you like to speak, we've mentioned workshops, podcasts. If you prefer to write, Substack is a wonderful channel. If you just want to write, you can write on Substack, you can have a newsletter, and that's it. That's your business. That's how you can let people know about you. Perhaps you really enjoy developing relationships and connecting with people in person. Well, then in-person networking is a great option for you, depending on where you live. I happen to live somewhere that has really great groups, really authentic connections. It's not a bunch of young men in ties trying to sell you life insurance, which I have dealt with plenty of that in my career of being an entrepreneur for over 30 years. But you really get to choose to do what you like, what feels good to you. So, hey, I love to connect with people, then those are going to be your channels. Hey, I really love to speak, then you're going to do workshops or a YouTube video or perhaps a podcast, or I prefer to write. So really do what you love, not what you think you should. And that's the real issue, is a lot of people are doing what they think they should do, what they think they need to do to have a successful business. And I am here to tell you, it is the exact opposite. You only can do what you love to do, because running your own business can be very challenging. And if you're not into it, if you don't love it, it's not going to be sustainable. So being dancing out on TikTok, no thank you. I never ever want to do that. I never have, and I never will. And I can still have a successful business. So let's feel into the body. We're going to play a game called Play It Forward, where you take a deep breath, close your eyes if you're in a safe place to do that, and feel into a channel. Pick one, whatever one pops to your head. Let's say something that you're already doing, like Instagram, or a YouTube channel. Maybe you have a YouTube channel too. And how does that feel in 6 months? You've been doing it consistently for 6 months. How does it feel in your body? Do you feel enlivened, energized, proud, accomplished? Do you feel overwhelmed, exhausted, out of sorts, like you don't fit in or don't belong? So do that for each channel you're either currently using or plan to use, and let that be your guide. If you'd like, I've created a resource for you. It's a downloadable PDF and an audio guide that takes you a little more deeply through this process of playing it forward. That's for free, that I will link to in the description below. So if you'd like a little workbook where you can work through what are your channels, what are you good at, what do you like to do, how does it feel to do this in the future, and all of that, I've put that together for you nicely in a little thing you can use, you can have. So grab that for free in the description below. So I wanted to talk to you about the big social media channels, Meta, Instagram, and Facebook. I promised I would tell you why you might not ever want to use those channels again, and so here it is. Again, I mentioned some people are just like, oh, I don't want to start my own business because I don't want to be on Instagram every day. Well, here's a couple painful facts if you are using these channels. First of all, Meta is the epitome of the broligarchy, which is right now having a pretty negative influence on our world, our culture, our society. So if you're a deeply feeling, thinking, and sensing person, you want to be aligned with what's good and what's right and what's nourishing for everyone. So I see people out there doing paid Facebook ads, and I'm like, think about who you're paying. We're voting with our dollars. Where do you want your dollars to go? So for that reason alone, I don't want to do business with the people who are collecting masses and masses of wealth at the expense of others. Earn as much as you want to, but try to do it in an ethical way that doesn't harm others. And we all know that it is impossible to accumulate that much wealth and not harm others along the way. So that right there, an ethical reason why I don't want to use Facebook or Instagram. And another more practical reason is that neither are very effective. People are like, oh, I've been getting likes on Instagram. I'm like, has that converted to any sales? No, not yet. So the return is infinitesimally small. So if you've got thousands and thousands and thousands of people liking, it's likely that none of them are actually turning into customers. So it's really a waste of time. Plus, the environment out there is so toxic. There's a lot of, I don't know, it's like society at its not best. So for all these reasons, you can completely forget about those major channels like TikTok, specifically Facebook and Instagram, and still run a successful business. So you don't need thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Think about what you offer, how much you charge for that, and how many customers or clients you need to make the kind of income that you want to make. Now, most of us aren't trying to build $1 million businesses, although that's what a lot of people on Instagram and Facebook are trying to sell you, a program that will get you to build $1 million business. And that's just super unrealistic if you want to have a nervous system friendly, autonomous income stream that you can run basically alone or with a little bit of part-time support. So we're not even going for that. And they're trying to sell like, oh, you can have $1 million business. And the fact is, someone who is making $1 million is probably spending upwards of $800,000 on Facebook ads, other people that they're paying to do the work to create a business that big. And that in and of itself is just a really overwhelming business. That's not at all the kind of business that I promote. And if you're interested in getting support in running your own business, I want to invite you to join the collective. The Aligned Income Collective is a part of the Crow's Nest, where we're focused on building an autonomous income stream that's nervous system friendly and really aligns with the truth of who we are. So in the collective, we get super clear about your unique zone of genius. You've been living for decades, you've got experience, you've got expertise. It may be something you've done in your career, or it might be something different. We get clear about that. We get clear about your offer. We get clear about your channels. We help you build a structure around your channels so that content creation does not feel like you're Lucille Ball on the chocolate factory conveyor belt line. And so if that's something that's of interest to you, I'll leave a link for you down below that you can check out and look into. And so I would love for you to leave a comment below. What channels are you currently using if you have your own business to communicate with people and let people know who you are and what you're doing? Or if you haven't started a business yet, but you're interested, what channels feel like they would be the most fun for you? So let's review. Your business involves letting people know who you are, what you're doing, what problem you can help them solve. That's marketing. Then your business involves inviting people to work with you. That's a sale. Then you get to deliver your product or service. And that is an autonomous income stream that you can start anytime. It's never been a better time to start your own income stream. It's really the best safety net you can have. And when you pick a channel that feels authentic to you and you work that channel consistently over time, you will meet and connect with the people that you're meant to serve. And that's when we have a nervous system friendly, lifestyle forward business that we can run while having more freedom in our later years. So thank you so much for being here. If you know anybody else who wants to run their own business or is running their own business, please share this video with them. And if this is something you're interested in and want to keep talking about, please subscribe to the channel. And thank you for being here. So this is a little B-roll here because I wanted to share with you my experience of Instagram. I have never really had an Instagram account. And the reason is because when I was in like 7th grade, I used to eat lunch by myself. You know, like this is the apex of socializing in school, right? And I was just always kind of a misfit. And the popular girls never included me. I was always just like, I felt so awkward. I hated lunch because I didn't have anyone to sit with and I sat by myself. But that was kind of my choice in retrospect. But Instagram to me feels exactly like that. It feels like the popular girls and they're all doing this stuff that I honestly don't understand. I didn't wear makeup until I was in college. My college roommate had to show me how to use makeup. Like I just never fit in with the popular girls, and Instagram to me feels very much like the domain of the popular girls. Everybody's cool, everybody's dressed well, everybody's just like so beautiful, and I feel so awkward in that space. And so I've never really, I put up an account, but posted maybe a couple things or ever. I just was able to recognize that that was not a good fit for me because of that like popular girls thing that just never set well with me. So if that's how you feel as well about any social channel, then you don't have to be there. You get to do what you love to do.